Have you ever wondered how one man's dream could transform an entire nation? Martin Luther King Jr. dared to believe in a future where people of all races live in harmony. He spoke with unwavering conviction, igniting a movement for civil rights and equality. His journey wasn't easy, but it changed the course of history. Let's explore the remarkable vision that continues to guide our path toward justice and unity. Early in life, King encountered stark segregation that illuminated America's racial divide. Witnessing unfair treatment spurred his determination to study theology and stand for social justice. He embraced nonviolence, learning from leaders like Mahatma Gandhi to address discrimination with the power of peace. His beliefs transcended simple protest. They were built upon dignity, compassion, and personal sacrifice. Through these principles, he laid the foundation for a transformative and historic campaign. As King rose to leadership, he championed sit-ins, boycotts, and peaceful marches that attracted national attention. He encouraged unity across diverse communities, preaching the urgency of change without violence. His message resonated in churches, town halls, and on street corners alike, stirring souls who longed for fairness. Despite threats and arrests, he maintained unwavering resolve, symbolizing the faith that peaceful resistance could overturn systemic injustice and redefine the nation's moral landscape. In 1963, King led the Birmingham campaign, exposing brutal realities of segregation. Young demonstrators faced fire hoses and police dogs, shining a spotlight on injustice. King refused to relent, penning his famous Letter from Birmingham Jail to justify moral and nonviolent protest. His ability to turn adversity into a call for empathy captivated those on the sidelines. That same year, he inspired one of history's most iconic moments with his Washington March. During the March on Washington, King delivered his I Have a Dream speech, envisioning a future where every individual, regardless of race, would share equal opportunities. His lyrical words carried hope that transcended barriers, speaking to millions on live television. This peaceful gathering revealed how unwavering optimism and collective determination could spark widespread change. King's dream was more than poetic symbolism. It became a nationwide echo that galvanized the civil rights movement. As support grew, King continued championing voter registration drives and mass demonstrations. Confrontations in Selma underscored the lengths he was willing to go for universal suffrage. His powerful speeches and unwavering empathy inspired countless activists, forging bonds between religious leaders, students, and everyday citizens. Persuading politicians required persistence, but King showed how grassroots unity could topple oppressive systems. He awakened consciences, strengthening the belief that sustained pressure could reshape the democratic process. Successes like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 19 were turning points, but King did not stop at legislative triumphs. He recognized the deep-rooted nature of inequality, focusing on poverty and economic justice. By traveling to neglected areas, he heard stories of hardship and stressed that true equality demanded fair access to jobs, housing, and education. He saw these issues as interconnected with the broader fight for dignity. King's approach expanded to address widespread systemic oppression, offering a moral blueprint that transcended racial divides. He encouraged a united front against injustice, believing that those oppressed by prejudice, poverty, or war should stand together. Critics emerged, questioning his firm stance against the Vietnam War and his broader focus on social welfare. Yet King pressed on, urging Americans to confront the moral cost of inequality. He sought not blame, but a shared path forward. Though tragically assassinated in 1968, King's spirit endures. He taught people to believe in the power of collective empathy and peaceful activism. His legacy lives on through organizations, commemorations, and every heartfelt effort aimed at bridging social divides. Each protest demanding fair treatment echoes his unwavering call for justice. He modeled how determined citizens, using unity and love, could reshape an entire nation's consciousness. Even in adversity, the dream burns brighter than ever. Ultimately, King's vision championed harmony, urging humanity to rise above hate. Today, his birthday is a federally observed holiday, but his impact is felt every day in conversations on equality, freedom, and respect. From school lessons that highlight his words to worldwide movements echoing his ideals, his call for a more compassionate society resonates. We may still face tough challenges, yet his life proves that one persistent light can forever guide us toward a just future.